Yeah, this is out Ken. We got some breaking news. The Washington Post has become the second paper that's refused to have a candidate endorse on their editorial for president. So they're following the lead of the LA Times, which by now has three board members that resigned. So this is from CNN. So Washington Post will not endorse a candidate in 2024 presidential election, breaking decades of tradition by Haas Gold CNN. Sorry, that's my son. So, for the first time in decades, the Washington Post will not endorse a candidate in this year's presidential election, the newspaper's publisher announced Friday. The Washington Post will not make an endorsement of a presidential candidate in this election, nor in any future presidential election, Will Lewis said in a published statement. We are returning to our roots of not endorsing presidential candidates. The Post has endorsed a presidential candidate in every election since 1980. In his statement, Lewis referred to the editorial past decision not to endorse a candidate, noting that it is a right we are going back to. We recognize that this will be read in a range of ways, including a tactical endorsement of one candidate or condemnation of another, or some kind of responsibility. This is inevitable, he continues. We don't see it that way. We see it is constantly with the values the Post has always stood for and what we hope in a leader: character, courage, and service, the American ethic, variations of the rule of law, and respect for human freedoms in all respects.
And they haven't done shit.
So, ahead of the announcement, the Post editorial page editor Dave Shipley told staffers that Lewis will be publishing a public note with the decision. The news is significant, and I know it will be strong reaction across the department, Shipley wrote to a memo obtained by CNN. The Washington Post is owned by billionaire Amazon founder Jeff Bezos. Newspaper owners typically play a role in their publication's endorsement and sign off on editorials which reflect their views. So Marty Byron, a former executive editor of the Post, sharply criticized the decision Friday. This is cowardly with its democracy as a casualty. Donald Trump will see this as a invitation to further imitate owner Bezos and others. Barron wrote in a social media post, disturbing, spineless, and an institution framed for courage. The decision comes days after the LA Times owner, Patrick Soon Shingon, blocked the newspaper plan endorsement for Vice President Kamala Harris, leading the resignation from three editorial members. Well, what a shame. But the thing is, he can say all he wants on social media, but if the paper decides that we're not going to endorse, that's it. There's nothing more you can do. Just resign, quit, don't read the paper anymore. We don't care. You can use it as toilet paper. We don't care. It's just telling you that even the largest newspapers in America are beginning to realize that Kamala Harris is not the way to go. So, but they don't want to endorse Trump, so they said, no, we're not endorsing nobody. That's not an endorsement. It means we can't pick one over the other. That's it. So,
That's gonna be awesome.
yeah, it's going to be awesome that that Kamala Harris is going to be losing endorsements here and there. I hope a lot of newspapers will follow the lead of the LA Times and the Washington Post and do not get Kamala Harris an endorsement. By the way, the New York Post already endorsed Trump. We have to see what the other's going to do. So this is Al Can saying so long for now. And don't forget to stop. It's hilarious. One paper is rolling on top of the other, and Kamala is losing again and again. Ha ha.